Hey vinyl community, it's Michael. Welcome back to Near Wild Heaven. Today's video is going to be July vinyl finds. These are all albums I found at local record stores and maybe one or two from online buys. So the first four here are going to be compilations. So up first, this is Highs in the Mid 60s. This is volume 18, Colorado. These are really good comps. Lots of 60s garage rock. This one in particular from Colorado. It's got some really good stuff on it. Bands like The Trolls, Soothsayers, Our Gang, The Moonrakers, The Doppler Effect, The Monocles. All really good stuff. If you just seen Cosmic Brian's video a couple weeks ago where he did a bunch of these, yeah, it was a really good video. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But yeah, this is Highs in the Mid 60s, volume 18, Colorado. And up next, this is a series called Teenage Shutdown. And this one's titled I'm a No Count, 17 Top Teen Punk Stomp Classics. This is pretty good. It's got a lot of more garage rock stuff with bands like the Fallen Angels, which I don't think is the same Fallen Angels that are on Roulette, but they could be, but I don't know. The Jolly Green Giants, the Plague, the Continentals, the Outcasts, the Magic Plants, the Cavemen, the Barking Spiders. Really good stuff here from Teenage Shutdown. I don't know what label this is on. It doesn't really say. But there's one of the labels. It doesn't really have a label name on it. And another thing they did with these is the band on the front, that's Question Mark and the Mysterians. But there's no track on here featuring Question Mark and Mysterians. But still, it's pretty good. I like it a lot. Really good garage rock. And there's another one in the same series, Teenage Shutdown. This is Things Been Bad. And they do the same thing. The picture on here on the cover is a band called the Pink Finks, but they're not included in the song selections. So why that is, I have no idea. But yeah, these are pretty good. Similar in style to the Highs in the Mid 60s and Back from the Grave, stuff like that. Really good stuff. Teenage Shutdown. This is they don't even have volume numbers on these. It's just 16 prime slabs of mid 60s garage punk grunt. But really good. And the last compilation, I already all know these. This is Brown Acid, the 10th Trip. These are great. I love these. I got about 6 or 7 of these now. And every one of them has some great stuff on them. All like early to mid 70s stuff. It's not, I wouldn't call it garage rock. It's more like heavy metal burnout, you know, all these kids in garages and basements doing this stuff. But yeah, really good. Brown Acid, the 10th Trip. This features bands like Sound Synonymous, Ralph Williams and the Wright Brothers, Bitter Creek, Rubber Memory, Brothers in One, Frozen Sun, Breed, and First State Bank. But really good stuff there from the Brown Acid people. As always, really good stuff. Okay, these next ones aren't compilations, they're just stuff that I picked up. First one, this is Dead Moon in the Graveyard. This is really good. Everybody knows who Jerry, what's his name? Oh, Fred Cole, not Jerry Cole. Jerry Cole's a guy from, he's a session guitarist that did all the exploitation records. But this is Fred Cole, is the leader of this band, and he was also in the Lollipop Shop from the 60s, and he did a few other bands, and then he finally came up with Dead Moon, him and his wife, Tootie. Yeah, really good, kind of punky, garagey, really good stuff. Songs on here like Graveyard, Out on a Wire, Can't Help Falling in Love, Parchment Farm, which was covered by Blue Cheer. Yeah, that's a song by Mose Allison, who a lot of rock groups have covered his songs. The Who did Young Man Blues, which was also a Mose Allison song. But yeah, Dead in the Saddle, Hey Joe, the famous song done by Jimi Hendrix and the Leaves and everybody else. But yeah, really good stuff from Dead Moon in the Graveyard. This came out in, of course it doesn't say, but I'm guessing maybe the late 90s. I'm not sure. But anyway, Dead Moon in the Graveyard. Really good stuff. Up next, this is Love Sculpture, Blues Helping. This is a US version of this album on Rare Earth Records. Yeah, it's really good. This came out, I think, in 1969, it says on the back there. But yeah, really good blues rock, hard and heavy blues rock. Dave Edmunds on guitar. Dave Edmunds is a fantastic guitar player, and he proves it time and again on this album and the other album they did called Forms and Feelings. I think that was their second album, and this is their first. But yeah, really good stuff. If you like heavy electric blues, if you like Dave Edmunds and his guitar playing, check this one out. It's really, really good. Love Sculpture, Blues Helping. Up next, this is Public Nuisance, Gotta Survive. This is on Third Man Records. This is a reissue. This was originally recorded in 1969. I'm not sure if it was ever released during that time. I know if it was, it wasn't on any kind of major label or anything. But yeah, it's really, really good. Kind of garagey, stoner rock maybe. Really good stuff. Public Nuisance, Gotta Survive. Up next, this is Dead Kennedys, Frankenchrist. This is a reissue on Manifesto Records. This originally came out in 1985 on the Alternative Tentacles label. This doesn't have the infamous band poster by H.R. Geiger, so I guess they got in enough trouble when they released it the first time, so I guess with the reissue it's not included. But yeah, classic Dead Kennedys, punk rock. If you like Dead Kennedys at all, you probably like this album too. Great album from the Dead Kennedys, Frankenchrist. Up next, this is Black Flag, Damaged with Dez. This is a bootleg, and it's the Damaged album recorded with their original lead singer, Dez Cadena. So I haven't had a chance to listen to this yet. I just got this yesterday. But yeah, I liked the version of this with Henry Rollins on it. So I got to check this one out. I'm pretty sure this one's going to be as good too. But Black Flag, Damaged with Dez. Up next, this is the Butthole Surfers, Weird Revolution. This was their last album, originally released in 2001. Yeah, I guess they were trying to do a follow-up to their big hit, Pepper, that was on their last album. I think it was Electric Larryland was the last album, had a big hit on it. So on this album, the hit is called The Shame of Life, which is similar in style to Pepper, the other song that they had a hit with. But yeah, I like the Butthole Surfers. This album's not as great as their earlier stuff, but still pretty good. I always liked this band. They're just so weird. And this is a great album. Butthole Surfers, Weird Revolution. This was just released like this year. It was the first time it's been on vinyl. As up till now, it's only been available on a CD. But yeah, Butthole Surfers, really good stuff. And up next, this is Generation X, Valley of the Dolls. This is their second album. I picked up their first one on Record Store Day. It's just called Generation X. This one's pretty good too. And it's got like Running with the Boss Sound, Night of the Cadillacs, Paradise West, Friday's Angels, King Rockers. Yeah, all pretty good stuff from Generation X. Billy Idol on vocals. This originally came out in 1979. I'm pretty sure this is an original. I don't think this has been reissued, but this is an inner sleeve, chrysalis inner sleeve, and you all know what the label looks like. But really nice copy of this. I was happy to find this. I think it's the only their first two albums are worth having. I think after that, they only did like one more album. I think it was called Kiss Me Deadly. And that one, I never really got into that one. But these two, this one and the first album, are really good to have. If you like punk rock, if you like Billy Idol, these albums, first two Generation X albums, are really good. So check them out if you want. Generation X. Okay, up next, this is the Standells, the Hot Ones. This is all covers. This came out, I think, in like 1968 or 1969. But really good. They do versions of Last Train to Clarksville, Wild Things, Sunshine Superman, Sunny Afternoon, Little Red Riding Hood, Eleanor Rigby, but it's not like orchestrated like the Beatles version. It's pretty good actually. It's more of a it's got actually has a drum beat to it, and the drums make it give it more of a instead of a baroque feel, it more of a rock feel. But it's pretty good. They also do Black is Black, Summer in the City, 19th Nervous Breakdown, and I guess a re-recorded version of their own song Dirty Water. But really good stuff from the Standells, all cover versions, great stuff from the Standells, the hot ones. And up next, this is a reissue of the Runaways' first album. Really good stuff from Joan Jett and the Girls. This is a reissue from 2019. Originally came out in 1976 on Mercury, and this is on Modern Harmonic, which is like a subsidiary of Sundays. So yeah, really good classic album from the 70s. Joan Jett, Lita Ford, Cherie Currie, Jackie Fox, and Sandy West. Really good stuff from the Runaways. I actually saw them when this album first came out. This is a little nightclub here in Elyria. At the time, it was called the Joker, and they would put on concerts with national touring acts. And I saw the Runaways, and I also saw the sensational Alex Harvey band there. It was pretty good. But yeah, the Runaways, first album from 1976, really good stuff. Just a few more here. Up next, this is The Human Expression, Love at Psychedelic Velocity. This is really good. I've seen a few other people show this, so I got kind of curious about it, and I listened to it on YouTube. And I like it a lot. It's pretty good. Kind of garagey with psych touches of psych rock, but really good stuff. Human Expression, Love at Psychedelic Velocity. Up next, this is Albert King, Born Under a Bad Sign. This is great, man. This is really, really good. I love this album. Albert King is a blues guitarist, probably in the same league as Muddy Waters and John Lee Hooker and all those guys. But this is so good. It's the hard electric blues. Just great stuff on here. Born Under a Bad Sign, Crosscut Saw, Kansas City, Oh Pretty Woman, Down Don't Bother Me, I Almost Lost My Mind, Laundromat Blues, The Very Thought of You. So good. Albert King is such a great guitarist, one of the best blues guitarists there ever was. So if you don't know about Albert King and you like Muddy Waters and Freddie King and things like that, check this album out. It is really, really good. Albert King, Born Under a Bad Sign. And the last one here, this is Free, Fire and Water. This originally came out in I think 1970, I'm not sure, but yeah, this contains their big hit, All Right Now, which was a massive hit for them. But yeah, really good. I like this band. I've been picking up their albums as I see them. You know, it's one of those bands that I knew about them. I heard the singles and stuff, but uh, I just never bothered picking up any of their albums. But in the last year or so, I've been coming across some of them and I'm picking them up. But this is really good. Kind of bluesy, hard rock. Uh, uh, Paul Kossoff, guitarist right there. Excellent guitarist. Really, really good. But yeah, if you like Free, if you like the song All Right Now, you want to check this album out. Really good. Free, Fire, and Water. So that's it for this week. I want to thank everyone who's subscribed in the last few weeks. And also, if you haven't subscribed, if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed and you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button. And I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you're all staying cool if you're living in an area of the country where the heat wave is. So that's it for this week. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you later.